I'd say happy Friday, but it's not really. It's not really, actually, because there has been more drama with regard to law enforcement officials coming into cities and making them safer. Making them safer. It's not just what happened in Minnesota with the ICE officer and the ICE-involved shooting, which we will get to because seriously, when you see this new video, there are so many more issues that I have with all of what you're about to watch unfold. So there was also another shooting in Portland. This was Customs and Border Patrol agents who ended up shooting 2 people, and cue the liberal outrage. Oh my gosh, 2 more people were shot, and this time by Border Patrol. What were they even doing in Portland? Well, here's the thing. Turns out the 2 people who were shot are, just suspected terrorists. They're just 2 terrorists. Well, I mean, why can't this country, why can't just 2 terrorists just roam around this country freely? Why you gotta cramp their style? Here from Homeland Security, yesterday, 2 suspected Tren de Aragua gang associates let loose on American streets by Joe Biden weaponized their vehicle against Border Patrol. In Portland, the agent took immediate action to defend himself and others, shooting them. And then they go on to name the driver of the vehicle, Luis David Nico Moncada. Again, you don't have to have that many names. Just pick 3 maximum and just go with that. Criminal illegal alien from Venezuela and suspected Tren de Aragua gang member. He illegal entered the U.S. in 2022, released into the country, of course, by the Biden regime. Since then, model citizen here, arrested for DUI and unauthorized use of a vehicle, and he has a final order of removal. And then his wife, I guess, Yorlenis Betsabeth Zambrano Contreras, I think my point remains, a criminal alien from Venezuela and is associated with Tren de Aragua. She also entered in 2023 near El Paso, released right on into the country by the Biden administration. And by the way, since she got here illegally, she's played an active role in a Tren de Aragua prostitution ring. Also was involved with the prior shooting in Portland. Wow, doesn't that look lovely? You want to pay for that? Now, the most perfect part of this story is that it was like the story's released. It's a husband and wife that were shot by Border Patrol. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. And then there was an image of the 911 call on the police monitor that was leaked out. So the rumor is that Antifa, you've got Antifa like working in 911 dispatch, and they leaked out the screen of the computer where you could see all of this. And liberals were trying to, of course, inflame the situation. It listed where the people were, where the ICE officer was. They're like, go rush to dox this guy. And the number that called 911, they actually called 911. Imagine being a Tren de Aragua gang member and calling 911 to get help because a Border Patrol agent shot you because you tried to run him over. Imagine the audacity. That is quite the customer service that these Tren de Aragua members think that they get in the United States. But turns out someone ran that number from the wife, and it turns out she's listed on all of these escort services. So yeah, sorry. Would you pay for that? Would you pay for that? I don't know. So this is just to add insult to injury to her because she's disgusting and a criminal and doesn't need to be here. But you've got all these Democrat officials who are now trying to cause a scene in Portland. I mean, imagine, if you will. Who will they not defend? Who will these people not go to great lengths to defend? Illegal gang members, violent criminals, only if they're illegal or black, not any white ones. Pedophiles, sexual assaulters. I mean, they will go to great lengths to defend all of these illegals as long as they have a lengthy rap sheet. And so you've got all of these Democrats in Portland that are coming out and they're making very strong statements. Don't you dare think about releasing. Don't you dare think about taking away our Tren de Aragua members. Don't you dare. They're vital to the community. Don't you take them away from us. We love them. They're ours now. And I want to play one of these in particular, the Democrat state senator from Oregon, Casey Jama, I guess his name is. You'll notice something very interesting about his speech.
Let me say to this, to the federal agencies and the ICE,
yes,
this is Oregon. We do not need you. You're not welcome. And you need to get the hell out of our community.
Okay, so first of all, you don't get to tell any American to get the hell out of your community when you can't even speak English. Okay, I think that's what you said. I can't be sure because of how thick your accent but I'm just going to go ahead and say he was like the long pause as he was trying to remember how to say the thing he was trying to say in English. You don't get to stand up there and tell American law enforcement officials that they need to leave. You don't get to do that. You can't even speak English, sir. By the way, I wonder if there are any other reasons why you don't want ICE there, sir. Okay, so you've got what's happening over in Portland now. And now we have new information about this Minneapolis, Minnesota incident with Renee Good, who everyone I know, her last name's Good, so she must be good. The Democrats are trying to paint her as this. She was a poet. She was practically Dr. Seuss. She was such a kind and benevolent person. And you have Adam Schiff trying to gaslight us into even after now what we know with the new video that I'm about to show you. You've got Adam Schiff, just like she was just a delicate little flower who was simply at the wrong place at the wrong time, by no fault of her own, at the wrong place at the wrong time.
I was struck by a few things. First of all, it's horrifying to watch. And to think about this 37-year-old woman drops her kid off at school, not involved in protest activity or anything, seems to be in the wrong place at the wrong time. But at one point, she's waving other cars to come on past, trying to make sure that she's not in the way, although she's been pulled over.
Sure.
And then you see her trying to turn away from these officers.
Sure.
And the shots fired into the car.
Right. Sure. No, she was not. She just, oopsies. She just found herself at that place all afternoon. We already had the witness yesterday who was like, yeah, they were here. I mean, they were harassing, they were stalking the agents all day. She did what she came to do. That was her goal, was to cause a problem, was to impede ICE's ability to do their official duty. But Adam Schiff has spoken. She was just at the wrong place at the wrong time. There's a problem with that, though. She wasn't just a legal observer. She's actually known to the community as an ICE Watch warrior. They say she trained to resist feds. I believe we have this headline. There it is. Trained to resist feds before the shooting. She went through all of these like Antifa-style trainings to be this like crazy leftist activist to prevent the feds from being able to do their jobs. That's who she was. I'd say that's not the wrong place at the wrong time. And on top of that, here's the latest video. This is from the ICE agent's perspective, who was hit by her car. And you'll notice, as soon as she realizes I'm going to hit this guy, her wife, who has just bailed from the car, because who else is going to take the video for likes and clicks online later? Her wife has bailed from the car, and she's out there with her phone, and she's harassing the agents, and you'll hear her wife say, "Drive, baby, drive." So here, this is the ICE agent holding the camera. Here is the car. Renee is behind the wheel.
That's fine, dude. I'm not mad at you. Show your face. I'm not mad at you. That's okay. We don't change our plates every morning, just so you know. It'll be the same plate when you come talk to us later. That's fine. U.S. citizen, former.
When you come talk to us later,
You want to come at us?
as we'll be here all
You want
day.
to come at us? I say go get yourself some lunch, big boy. Go ahead.
Out of the car. Get out of the car. Get out of the car.
Drive, baby, drive. You're there to harass them. You're there to cause problems. You're there to do exactly what you just did. around and find out. That's where I'm at. It sucks that she's dead. I hate that she's dead. That sucks. The worst part about it is that her son or daughter, her 6-year-old, is now orphaned. That sucks. I hate that for that child. I hate that that child did not have to not grow up, already lost a father, did not have to grow up without a mother. Now, sounds like she was a total nut job, so I don't know. But what else did you think was going to happen? You've got this like butch-ass lesbian getting out like, oh, we're good, go get some lunch, big boy. Drive, baby, drive. Well, she did. She did. Congratulations. You got what you asked for. Okay? On top of that, I mean, I'm just like, don't bring this to trial. I don't want that officer to go through it. But it's like, boy, it would just be such an incredible thing to have this go to trial and to play all of these pieces of evidence that show that it's like, oh, wrong place, wrong time. Think again. Think again. There's the Daily Mail released a video showing she got there 4 minutes earlier. As I mentioned, stops, lets her wife out of the car so they could get their Instagram likes. So she could start recording everything and harassing the ICE agents and recording herself harassing the ICE agents. Big boy. And then it shows when she drove off, she backed up and sped towards the officer. So she was there. Wrong place, wrong time. In fact, she waited until she got to the middle of the road, as you can see, and just forgot how to drive. That's what that was, I guess. She didn't mean to. She just actually forgot how to drive and ended up staying there for 4 minutes. And then she remembered again as soon as the ICE agent was in front of her. I mean, give me a break already. Give me a break. Now, I'm willing to say, because I am rather benevolent, actually, not like the left, I am willing to say, I'm sure if she could speak right now to us, she would say that she made a mistake. I would hope that she would say, I would have done things differently if I had it to do over again. And that's fine. You can say she made a mistake in the heat of the moment. And unfortunately, she's no longer with us. But the officer, you cannot argue, did not have a right to defend himself. That's what you're not allowed to do. Now, despite the overwhelming evidence that I just showed you, that she was there to agitate, that she was there to harass, that she was there to block federal officers from being able to do their duties, which is a crime. So she was committing a crime. You see it on camera. The fact that you see on camera, she literally starts speeding towards the officer. You still got the left out there protesting. They're too damn dumb. The white women who are at these protests, too damn dumb to understand facts, reason, logic. And I don't know, again, like I don't understand why they are always like this, why it's always white women. But let me just show you some of the caliber of person that we're finding at these protests. Dude, I actually want, I'm sorry if this makes me a bad person. I want those white women to get so close that those ICE officers feel the need to defend themselves and just like, whoop, whoop. You don't get to do that. I mean, you see those agents, they're like they're cornering them. And I wouldn't necessarily be scared of a crazy liberal white woman who's screaming at me, but they're very mentally unwell. So I don't know. Best example I can give of this, well, this woman who's yelling like, kill me, I don't know, to these ICE agents.
Go ahead! Go ahead! Go ahead! Shoot me! Shoot me! Go ahead! Shoot me! Shoot me! Shoot me! You want to shoot me? You want to shoot me? Shoot me!
It sounds like she has demons inside of her.
Shoot me! Pepper spray me! Hurt me! Shame on you!
How is she? The only time that I have heard someone able to produce like those two different tones at the same time in two different octaves coming from one voice has been in scary movies where they're possessed by demons. I don't know what else to think. That was a demon inside of her. If I tried to scream like that, I wouldn't be able to because I'm demon free. That's why. I don't understand why they always look like that. Why do they always look like that? Why do they always sound like that? Why do they always have the weird, crazy eyes? I don't understand why they always look like that. Because there are a lot of things that it could be. It could be the SSRIs. It could be something in the water. Maybe it's all the fluoride that they're drinking. Maybe it's all the ultra processed foods that they're like, RFK told me not to eat all this, so now I'm going to eat it all. And now they've got like I don't know. But I want it to stop because it's very scary. And I want to, I would be remiss if this is one of my favorite ones to show you. A woman who showed up at the protest who didn't do, the memorial. They had a memorial for Renee Good. And she couldn't even do enough digging to understand that Renee Good was actually just a white woman.
So, I'm just walking around kind of just dazed-eyed because I was like, I don't know if it's the right thing to do. It feels kind of wrong being here in some way. I don't know why.
And why do you think, yeah.
I don't know. Like, where that stems from. Part of it is being like a white woman that I'm privileged and I have a lot of privilege. So I feel like white tears are not always something that's helpful or necessary when Black and brown people have been experiencing this for a long time. This isn't new for them, and so
but
I don't know if that makes any sense.
No, it doesn't, ma'am. No, actually it doesn't. It was a white woman. There were no Black or brown men or women harmed in this encounter. Did not even know who she was showing up to cry for, knew she needed to show up and cry her liberal tears, though. That's how stupid these people are, okay? I think that I've proven my point in the last several clips that I've just played. Some of them are just plain retarded. But as we've often said, many of them are paid agitators. Might I present to you the evidence that Laura Ingraham caught of this woman just admitting that she was paid to be there?
Shame! Shame!
Do you have a job? Do you have a job?
Shame! Shame! I'm getting paid right now! Shame! Shame!
I'm getting paid right now was not the own that you think it was. Judging by Laura's reaction, they're like, oh, you guys actually made that really easy for me. That's what we came for. And you just gave it to us. Thank you. And I just want to play. They are really, really, really itching for another George Floyd moment. And let's check in on Black Lives Matter in Minnesota. They clearly just want to burn the city down again. They want a new pair of Nikes. They want to go get a Louis Vuitton, I guess, go loot and burn because that's all they know how to do. Here was one of their representatives.
Shut these streets down.
Yes.
Again. Make the city pay. Again. And again. They was worried about losing money when George Floyd died. We as a people can cause them to lose more money now. If we don't stand together, we're gonna fall. Together we stand, divided we fall.
She doesn't have to
we
yell.
as a community
She's at a
got
microphone.
to stop talking and do the work. We cannot work till somebody die again to do the work. ICE is a demon.
Oh, okay. Ma'am, ICE is not the demon. I just heard your white friend over there, and the sounds that were coming out of her mouth were clearly demonic. You should probably check her for the demon. But things are getting really, they're clearly, the left is itching for chaos. It's what the communists always want. The communists want the chaos, and they're getting it right now because we've got these no-go zones. Just like we saw in 2020, they've created no-go zones now in Minneapolis, blocking off areas so that law enforcement cannot get in and others who are unwelcome cannot get in. I would like to know what this administration is going to do about this. This cannot stand. This cannot stand. We need to give them the accountability of going out there and breaking the law. You know who else needs accountability? All of these people, all of these losers who are being emboldened by the Democrats, who are threatening ICE with more violence, doing it publicly on their own platforms, just threatening ICE with more violence, I guess thinking there will be no consequences to it.
What the America and Americans? How stupid are we to keep allowing this to happen? I say it's time for everybody to start getting guns and start coming out of their houses and start shooting these ICE agents in the head when they start trying to take over people.
Throw him in jail. Throw him in jail. Arrest him right now. Find him, arrest him, throw him in jail. I'm done with these people. Okay, I'm not scared of this like gay retard, but you just don't get to threaten people's lives in selfie mode and post it publicly and have no consequences. I'm done with this. And not scared of that one, but I mean, this is enough to arrest people. Let me show you one more that seems like he has a little bit more of an axe to grind.
Dear ICE, here's a message from your friendly neighborhood leftist. Not all of us are going to stop at snowballs in the future. So
were they stopping at snowballs?
Before you just start randomly shooting into vehicles.
Okay, buddy. Well, he's taken a while to get lined up at the target.
And some of us aren't just going to randomly fire into things. Some of us actually know how to aim.
Like, I'm go find these people and arrest them. You don't get to threaten people's lives like that. Now, before we go, let me just show you Jasmine Crockett, who has not wasted an opportunity to make this, about herself. But what she says is the most tone-deaf thing I think I've ever heard when it comes to the violent left and how they react when it's a Republican or a conservative who is attacked or killed. Listen to Jasmine Crockett yesterday.
I'm just asking if there's any decency or heart or courage on that side of the aisle. The fact that a woman was killed, she was shot in her head, and y'all are pretending like nothing happened. I remember when Charlie Kirk got killed. Do you remember what our response was? Our response wasn't to sit there and pretend like it was okay.
Oh, really? I don't know. Let's go back to, 4 months ago? Here's Jasmine Crockett on Charlie Kirk's assassination.
One of the things I do want to point out that's not been laid out that honestly hurts my heart is when I saw the no votes, there were only 2 Caucasians.
She's talking about,
for the most part, the only
a
people
vote
that
to
voted
honor
no were
Charlie
people of
Kirk's
color.
life.
Because the rhetoric that Charlie Kirk continuously put out there was rhetoric that specifically targeted people of color. And so it is unfortunate that even our colleagues could not see how harmful his rhetoric was, specifically to us.
Go yourself, Jasmine Crockett. Anywho, subscribe to the YouTube channel, Sara Gonzales Unfiltered. Also, make sure that you go subscribe to our new Clips channel. You can find that at Sara Gonzales, Texas, all spelled out. And hit the like button. It'll help us out in the algorithm, which we all know is stacked against us.